Welcome, everyone, once again to Cyclone Football, brought to you by IMC Studios Sportswatch and the many great sponsors that you see at the bottom of your screen during our every week telecast. Here are the co-captains for Russellville as we're on the road to Harmon Stadium, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Very close to the University of Arkansas campus. Very close to home of the Razorbacks at Reynolds Razorback Stadium. For the Cyclones, number 47 is Aaron McConnell. Number 8 is Matt Lutz. Number 62 is Luke Posey. And number 81 is Cole Smith. Shaking hands with the officiating crew for the evening. Now shaking hands with the Fayetteville co-captains. A year ago, you remember, at Russellville, Fayetteville came in as the number 1 team in the state rankings, and the Cyclones knocked them off at that point. An exciting early season game. Tonight, it's a non-conference affair, but two teams that really play hard against each other every year. And there's the toss of the coin. They look to Russellville, showing which team won the toss. The discussion continues. Number 50 there is Richard Vines, by the way. Russellville is going to defend the goal to your left as you look at your television screen. Fayetteville will kick and defend the goal to your right. Number 30 there is John Kale, trying to catch a couple of the co-captains for the Fayetteville Bulldogs as the Cyclones run back so they can join their teammates. The rest of the Cyclone traveling squad behind the banner as the cheerleaders and pep squad ready to bring them onto the field. 2-0 for the Cyclones coming into tonight's game, with victories over the Morrilton Devil Dogs and the Dardanelle Sand Lizards, two of their in-valley rivals. But tonight, we're all the way on the hill, all the way to Razorback country, as the Cyclones and the Fayetteville Bulldogs will square off against each other. And here come the Cyclones. You can feel the excitement, the electricity in the air. Young man we have to watch this evening, of course, is the quarterback for the Fayetteville Bulldogs, already mentioned as a college prospect. That's Brandon Allen. We'll watch for him this evening. He is a junior, 6'3", 205, as the Cyclones kneel for their pregame prayer. But Allen is already getting a lot of looks from the Razorbacks, from a lot of Division I teams, and so that's a young man we're going to have to watch very closely this evening. And as a matter of fact, Fayetteville has 2 Brandon Allens on this football team. Brandon Allen, number 16, who spells his last name A-L-L-A-N, and Brandon Allen, number 18, who spells his last name A-L-L-E-N. And that's the one we have to watch, number 18. As the Cyclones special teams come onto the field, the Cyclones dressed in their road white uniforms with red trim. Fayetteville, the Purple Dogs, of course, they're known as. Dressed in their home purple uniforms with white trim. So the Purple Dogs will kick off. Drew Patton is the kickoff man. And we're set for this exciting football game here from Harmon Stadium at Fayetteville, Arkansas. And the game is underway. Kick comes down. Right straight up the middle, the Cyclones with the return. That was Andrew Tryon, a senior, 5'10", 175, number 2, who had the return. Right straight back up the middle of the field, and the Cyclones will have it first down and 10 at the 28-yard line. Cyclones bring Demarius Neal, Matt Lutz to the near side. 3 wide receivers to the wide side of the field, which is right. Single setback in the backfield. Quickly going to throw the football, and it is complete. The pass was complete to Jeff Van Olen, number 88. Let's look at it again on the replay from ground level. Fake it to Sparks, the running back, and then the little loop pass on the look-in. Stop was made defensively by Cameron Baker, number 27. Number 81, Cole Smith, goes split to the left side. Twin receivers left. Hand it to Sparks, and Sparks runs into a wall on the left side. A whole host of jerseys from the Purple Dogs. Leading the charge, number 95, is DeAndre Whitaker, a junior defensive end. Just a pickup of 1 in those 2 downs already. 3rd down and 9. Wide receivers, twin split to the near side. Under center, Russellville quarterback Barrett Hughes. Now he steps back into the shotgun. Back, wants to throw, fires down the middle, complete to Van Olen, midfield to the 40. But his knee may have been down as we look at the replay. Let's look at it. Good job by Barrett Hughes, finds Van Olen, and up there it is right there. You can see his knee had touched the ground. And so the following run is negated. But the gain was 2, the 41-yard line, first down. Good job by Van Olen to make sure he made the catch. Van Olen is split to the near side. Sparks is the only setback. Jacob Sparks, the senior running back. Barrett Hughes fires. And the pass was intended for Demarius Neal at the 45-yard line, incomplete. A big crowd on hand here tonight at Fayetteville. Always a great ball game between these two former 7A West Conference opponents. They used to, of course, be in the same conference when Russellville was a part of the 5A, then the 7A West. Now it's a non-conference affair. Twin receivers split left. Bring a man in motion and hand it to him. That's Cole Smith, and Smith got tripped up. Oh, he had an opportunity to run here. Look at the handoff here on the replay. And he comes out to the outside and just gets tripped up there by Baker. Number 27 got a hand out there. That's Cameron Baker, and otherwise that would have been a big gain for Cole Smith. We have a flag on the play. The officials talking about it with Fayetteville. That is Bobby Nefsker. And apparently he wants the penalty. He's defensive captain for the Fayetteville Bulldogs. So the mark off against the Cyclones. And this places the ball way back at the 32-yard line. So the Cyclones, as you hear the public address announcers say, with 19 now to go for first down. Hughes wants to throw. Lofts it up. Has a man out there just beyond the reach of Jeff Van Olen. Cameron Baker, number 27, had the coverage, but Van Olen had him beat. So the Cyclones will try it again from their own 32. Sponsors tonight include Arkansas Valley Anesthesia Associates and Doctors Johnston and Richardson. Part of the great group of sponsors bringing you the telecasts of the Russellville Cyclones. Hughes. Looking left, waits, fires, got his man. That's Matt Lutz. Let's look at it on the replay. Looking left, and fires down the middle, and a great catch inside the defender. Turned in by Matt Lutz at the 45-yard line. There are the cheerleaders. And the time remaining in the first quarter, 9 minutes and 5 seconds. A fourth down coming up, and about 6 for the Cyclones. So Zach Hocker will kick it away. And look at this kick. Ooh! Boy, what a tag on that particular play. Let's look at it. The receiver wanting it right there and tagged immediately. That was Will Stuckenborg. And John Olson made the stick deep in Fayetteville territory. Bulldogs have it at their own 8-yard line after a tremendous kick and coverage. Zach Hocker's kick and John Olson's coverage burying Bill Stuckenborg. But first down as Allen rolls right, wants to throw on the run, and the pass is complete. The pass is complete to Troy Underwood, number 14. And I'll tell you, we are looking and will be viewing this evening one of the best young quarterbacks in the state of Arkansas. He's just a junior, but again, we remind you he is already being recruited by a lot of the major universities in the United States, including Arkansas. Keeping it, Allen himself. Picks up some short yardage. Bradford Webb was over there to make the stop. A 4-yard pickup for the Fayetteville quarterback. Bring 3 wide receivers down to the wide side of the field, which is left. Firing, and that one is complete to the far sideline, and breaking a tackle. Now there is a loose football, it looks like. The Cyclones say they've got it, and guess what? They do have it. Blake Robinson comes up with it. Nice throw. Good catch over there. Was turned in by Demetrius Dean, number 20. And then the ball pops loose right there. And looks like recovering it was Aaron McConnell, and Blake Robinson came up with the football. Aaron McConnell looks like he's the one that stripped the ball loose, number 47. So, big break for the Cyclones. Going downtown. And the pass incomplete. Russellville tried to go for all of it right there. Avarian Collins was the intended receiver, number 5, but it was broken up, the ball thrown just a little bit short. As the Cyclones tried to get on the board quickly there on the first down toss by Barrett Hughes. So 2nd down and 10, football at the 43-yard line. Hughes hands it off to Sparks, and Sparks is going to be run down from behind. Making the tackle, Peyton Baker, number 39. The gain down to the 40-yard line and just inside the 40. So the Cyclones are faced with a third down and long, 7 yards to go. Twin receivers to the near side and a single receiver split to the far side, and that is Jeff Van Olen. Back to throw. Hughes throws underneath and got his man. That's Demarius Neal, and hard to bring that guy down. Cameron Baker was over there, number 27. Let's look at it from ground level on the instant replay. Barrett Hughes waits for his man to break. Breaks there, but Baker had to use his legs, his thighs, his knees, everything to try to bring down Demarius Neal. Demarius, of course, 235 pounds and built low to the ground, 5'10". And looks like we're going to have a field goal attempt. It's from the 42, which would be a 52-yard attempt. But here's a guy, Zach Hocker, who's got plenty of leg. Down, the kick, up. Oh, it's plenty long enough, or it looks like it was long enough. It is long enough. It's good. A 52-yard field goal by Zach Hocker. Blake Robinson on the hold. We'll be right back. Well, what a weapon you have when you can just barely get across midfield and you say, well, we're in plenty of, scoring range right here. Because that was placed down at the 42-yard line, a 52-yard field goal, and Zach Hocker kicked it through the uprights for a 3-0 Cyclone lead here in the first quarter. That's why he is being recruited. I know a lot of people would like to see him in Razorback red and playing just a few feet from here next year. There's a long kick. It's going to hit in the band. I'm sorry, the band is not eligible for a return on that play. And it was beyond the end zone, and so it'll be first down for Fayetteville. The recovery by Addison Walker sets up a field goal attempt and made good by Zach Hocker, and the Cyclones have drawn first blood, leading 3-0 here in the first quarter. In the backfield is Dylan Hale, along with Brandon Allen. Bring a man in motion. And they gave it off to him, and nothing doing there. Let's look at it again on replay. The inside handoff on the man coming through. He almost dropped it. Did you see that on the play? And making the stop was Rue Massey on the ball carrier, Michael Heintzman. Michael Heintzman, number 4, came from that slot back position, but dropped for a loss. So the football back about the 15-yard line now. Right on the 15. Allen wants to throw, steps up. Now he's going to run, and he will run. Gets across the 20, out near the 25-yard line. Brandon Allen. Three 0 the Cyclones lead. Football at the 25-yard line. It was a 10-yard pickup, but the Purple Dogs had lost 5 yards on the first down play. Here's Allen in the shotgun. He's going to take it on the quarterback draw out to about the 34-yard line. McConnell there to make the stop. Number 47, Aaron McConnell, 5'11", 215 senior for the Cyclones. Let me tell you, Allen is just liable to take it at any moment and do that. Just a straight quarterback draw or quarterback running play, if you want to put it that way. Because he is just as happy throwing or running the football. 3 wide receivers are split left. Allen firing, and it was a little hard and a little too hard to hold on to. Trying to catch it was Dylan Hale, and it was incomplete. Blake Robinson, number 10, was the defender. Football at the 34-yard line. First quarter, still first quarter action. You can see a big capacity crowd here at Harman Stadium in Fayetteville. Allen with 3, now 4 wide receivers split to the near side. Talk about flooding the zone. He throws it back, however, to the right, and the pass is complete. Nice throw and catch. On that pass play, thrown out to Colby Mahoon, number 40, on that particular play. Three wide receivers split to their side once again. Fayetteville from the 40. Allen, now he wants to run again. Look at him. He hurdled one defender, and then all of the pursuit finally got to him. Let's look again on instant replay. But look at him hurdle this one defender for the cycle. That's Rue Massey that he jumped over. Eludes Blake Robinson for a moment, and then he runs into his own blocker, and he is finally pushed back and dropped. Aaron McConnell there on the play. Also, Jackson Jacobs, number 17. Deep shotgun here for Brandon Allen. He's going to pooch kick it. And it's going to roll. And did it make it into the end zone? I believe it did. Yes, there's the indication from the official that it rolled into the end zone, and the Cyclones will get it at their own 20, first down and 10. 3:20 to go here in the first quarter. Let's take a break from the action, hear from some of our great sponsors. We'll be back with the Cyclones on offense after this. Cyclones up to the line of scrimmage. On a great night for football. Great crowd and two very fine football teams. Barrett Hughes wants to throw down the middle. Has his man off to the races. Avarian Collins finally kind of lost his footing a little bit. Let's look at it again from ground level. Barrett Hughes, he sees him over the middle. Great catch right there. And Collins finally kind of pushed down. Number 5 was Donovan Ragland, who kind of gave him a little bit of a nudge. He lost his footing, and the Cyclones have it at the 30-yard line of Fayetteville. Throw, there's a man wide open at the 20 and down inside to about the 13-yard line. Boy, he was so wide open. There's nobody else in the picture. That's Cole Smith. Someone lost coverage on that play for Fayetteville. Let's look at it again. Because Cole runs past his defenders. Oops, I made a mistake, somebody says, and there he is wide open. Fayetteville finally comes back. Mark Hollenbeck, number 8, finally made the stop for Fayetteville, but apparently he just lost his defender there near the line of scrimmage. The Cyclones knocking at the door. Give it off to Sparks, and Sparks with good running up the middle. Finally buried as he got inside the 10-yard line. Over to make the stop, number 34. Drake Harrison. Cyclones moving effectively and efficiently on the ground and through the air offensively, but that is broken by the officials blowing the whistle. Didn't much more than get it out of my mouth, and we have a yellow napkin on the turf. Mark off, 5 yards against the Cyclones. Moves the football back to the 14-yard line. Now the Cyclones get the play from the coaching staff, head coach Jeff Holt and company. Bring twin receivers right. Demarius Neal is in the slot left. And we have another stoppage of play. Well, we're going to talk about this one when we find out exactly what happened on that particular play, and we'll be right back. Well, as you saw, there was a timeout called by the Cyclones just as we were breaking. 1:40 to go in the first period. Russellville 3, Fayetteville nothing. Two very good football teams playing here tonight on the hill in northwest Arkansas, Fayetteville, Arkansas. Barrett Hughes wants to throw right, throws underneath. It looked like there wasn't anybody there. On the replay, there's the pass intended. Oh, and being pushed down there was Jeff Van Olen. But I did not see a flag. Looked very obvious that he got shoved down on that particular play, but no call from the officials. Maybe they anticipated that it was an uncatchable ball, but looked like there wasn't that high a trajectory. It looked like it was very catchable ball, and our cameras caught it in good shape. Throw to the end zone now, and incomplete. Intended for Lutz and almost intercepted by Reed Murray, number 2. Reed Murray almost latched onto that interception. So there's Zach Cocker, number 18. He's going to come into the ball game. Going to place it down there at the 21-yard line. It'll be a 31-yard field goal attempt. He has already kicked a 52-yarder. This should be a chip shot for Zach. Down, the kick is up, and it carries out past the band. It is good, and the score, Russellville 6, Fayetteville nothing. We'll be right back. .123 left to go in the first period, and Zach Cocker has already kicked a pair of field goals to give Russellville a 6-0 lead. And now he'll kick off and see if he can put it into the tuba section. Zach Cocker. Will we see him this time next year in a red and white uniform of a college variety just a few feet from here? I know the Razorbacks would love to have him, but they're not the only team that is courting Zach Cocker at this time. Great leg, great accuracy, and there are the Bulldogs waiting. And there's the football going. And goodbye, hit on the back end line. Almost caught by the band director. So Fayetteville again has to start at their own 20, and what a weapon this is. We make a lot of fun, have a lot of fun with Zach and his very potent kicking leg. But what a weapon that is when you just automatically put the opposition starting at their own 20. They don't even have a chance for a run back to get good field position. So again, Brandon Allen in the shotgun. Rolls right. Fires. It is complete. Out over the 30-yard line. Nice catch there by Josh Hale, number 80, a senior, the tight end. And you can see the gun that Brandon Allen has. It's very similar to the very first play he completed in the football game. He rolls right, finds somebody looking like they're about to go out of bounds or about to catch a little out pattern, and that particular time he turned it to the inside. Back, Allen wants to throw underneath, and there's not anything going there. It's a completed pass, but for a loss. Let's look at it again. Trying to set up the screen pass. Allen finds the man, but the defense, 3 or 4 Cyclones were right there to make the stop. Pass completion was to Dylan Hale, number 15. But the Cyclone defenders smelled out that screen pass for a loss on the play. 3 wide receivers left. Look out, throws back right, and there he's got a man. Complete. It's just a foot race now. Touchdown for Fayetteville. Pass complete to Heinzman. Michael Heinzman got behind the defenders of the Cyclones on the far sideline, and then he just turned on the afterburner. Olsen, amongst others, were trying to run him down, but once he got into passing gear, Michael Heinzman goes the distance, and Fayetteville has tied the football game at 6-all. The extra point kick about to be attempted, which would, if made, would untie the football game. Will Rostick, his kick is up, and his kick is good. Our score, Fayetteville 7, Russellville 6. At the end of the first quarter, 14 seconds left. So the Bulldogs will be kicking away, getting a big play, 2-play, 80-yard drive from their own 20. And, of course, the big pass play complete to Michael Heinzman. Here's the kickoff to the Cyclones, who now find themselves down by a point. That's Tryon right back up the middle of the field across the 25 to about the 28-yard line. Stop made by Peyton Baker, and just good, hard, look here, good, hard north and south running by Andrew Tryon. Look at, he bowled over one Fayetteville defender right there. And you got to like what you see there, because that, a lot of times you see guys and they try to go east and west and run laterally, and they run 50 yards to make 2. And not that for Andrew Tryon. Straight ahead. And we have a whistle on the very first snap of the ball for the Cyclones. The yellow flag is out. False start on the Russellville Cyclones. Usually that means a lineman moved a little early. First down 15, move the football back to the 24-yard line. Number 5, Avarian Collins, comes split to the near side. Looks like Lutz in the slot, as Russellville from the shotgun with Barrett Hughes, ready to throw the football, comes underneath and finds Demarius Neal. Woo! As you can see, it's going to take 4 or 5, maybe 6 of the Bulldogs to bring him down. First man to hit him was J.T. McCormick, number 6. But on the replay, you can see, nice little throw underneath, and Demarius knows what to do when he gets a hold of the football. He's not bashful. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5, 6. That's how many it takes to bring him down. 7-6 Fayetteville, back in a moment. Ready for the start of the second quarter. Fayetteville 7, Russellville 6. Cyclones with the football. 1 point led 6-0, but a big 2-play, 80-yard drive from the Bulldogs gave them the lead after the point after. And juggling the football. Jacob Sparks looked like he was in a circus. Juggling the football. Here are the first quarter stats. 7 of 13 for 116 yards, But the rushing, only 4 yards on 3 rushes on the ground, so predominantly passing for the Cyclones there in the first quarter. Good job by Barrett Hughes, and the 2 field goals from Zach Hocker, giving the Cyclones their 6 points. Second down. Back. Hughes rolls right, throws a safety valve out to Sparks, but Sparks is dropped immediately. A host of Bulldogs over there to make the stop. That was a little safety valve pass from Barrett Hughes. Football at the 34-yard line. Second quarter just underway between these two great teams, the Fayetteville Bulldogs and the Russellville Cyclones. You see the good crowd on hand. Barrett Hughes, he's been in the shotgun most of the night tonight so far. Back to throw, looks. Now he's going to air it out, and Avarian Collins with a big dive for the football. Incomplete. And coming up limping there is Cameron Baker. But almost hit the big pass right there to Avarian Collins. He's got some speed, and Baker couldn't stay with him. And Zach Hocker in now to boot the football away. See Bradford Webb standing right there, ready to go down to on special teams. High snap and the kick away. And a good one it is. And caught there by Fayetteville. We'll be back in just a moment. Looked like number 7, Will Stuckenborg, was back there to receive that kick. And a fair catch on that particular play. So Fayetteville will start right around the 20-yard line. Brandon Allen, he's going to run it this time. He's a shifty character, met by a host of Cyclones. One of those there, Brad Barnes, number 36, 6'3", 210-pound junior. So the gain is out to about the 28-yard line. Excuse me, the 23-yard line. Let's put it there. Not the 28, the 23-yard line. 7-6 Fayetteville in the lead. Second quarter. Allen brings the man in motion. Hands it off to the running back and able to get across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. Stop made by Ricky Collins, number 40. Dylan Hale catching that particular running assignment. And it's enough for the first down for Fayetteville. Do you see the chain gang move there on your extreme lower left? Josh Hale, number 80, goes split to the far side. 4 receivers split to the far side, 1 to the near side. Allen wants to throw it out here to the near side, one-on-one. And doing a nice job. Not much yardage, but keeping himself alive. Demetrius Dean, number 20. Over there was Andrew Tryon, amongst other Cyclones defensively. He put on some moves and shook himself away from some defenders, but the Cyclones had about 3 or 4 people in that immediate area and were able to drop him. Brandon Allen rolls left this time. Looks to throw down the middle. Incomplete. Pass was intended for Michael Heinzman, who caught the touchdown pass. And again, he had gotten deep, but the pass thrown incomplete. Third down. Football resting at the 33-yard line of Fayetteville. Here at Harmon Field, Harmon Stadium, on the campus of Fayetteville High School, just a stone's throw from Reynolds Razorback Stadium. Rolling left, wanting to throw the football, and it is complete. That time, pass is complete to Josh Hale, number 80. Got it out across the 40 to about the 41-yard line. It's a first down for the Bulldogs. As you see the chains moving again. Three wide receivers to the near side, one to the far side of the field. Brandon Allen under pressure, throws back to the near side. Got a man there, but stopped immediately. Andrew Tryon with a good job defensively. Let's look at it again on instant replay. The pass was complete to Colby Jordan. He tries to elude Tryon, but Tryon's got nothing to do with that, and he bulldogs him down. So good job defensively by the senior, 5'10", 175, Andrew Tryon. Football at the 44. Just like you're standing with the rest of the Cyclones on the sideline there with that shot. Three wide receivers are split left, rolling to that side. Going downtown, long pass, incomplete. The pass intended for Quentin Smith, number 49, just a little bit overthrown, and you can tell Brandon Allen has got quite an arm. He was rolling to his left when he threw that one. 7:19 left to go till halftime. The Bulldogs 7, the Cyclones 6. Dylan Hale remains in the backfield. Brandon Allen with three wide receivers split left from the shotgun. Wants to throw under pressure. Now rolls. Now he's going to run with the football. Midfield 45 and out of bounds. He was run out of bounds by Logan Pruitt, number 35, and it should be enough for a first down and in Cyclone territory at the 47-yard line. So this guy will give your defense fits because you're trying to defend against the pass, and then you got to defend against his scrambling ability. Man, that time he just tucked it down and ran for plenty enough for the first down. Allen brings a man in motion and hands it off to Hale. Hale got maybe a yard. Not much doing there as the Cyclone defenders stop him. That's Rue Massey, number 82, at the bottom of that pile, along with Brad Barnes, number 36. Placed the football down at the 45-yard line, picked up a couple. But in most cases here, Fayetteville is using the run to set up the pass, and Russellville has done much the same tonight also. Three wide receivers are left once again in this spread formation. Allen rolls that way, being chased by Ricky Collins. Throws downfield. Incomplete. One of the Fayetteville coaches actually caught it. Wonder if he's got any eligibility left. They need to put him in. He at least was able to catch it. Midway second quarter, 7-6. Fayetteville leading the Russellville Cyclones at the 45-yard line. Third down and 8. Two Zach Hocker field goals for the Cyclones. And a long touchdown pass to Michael Heintzman from Brandon Allen. Allen. Look out. Oh, and he got KO'd and the ball came flying loose. Was that Rue Massey that came from behind there? And we'll look at it on instant replay again from Ground level. Allen wants to throw down the middle. And boom, he is met. I mean to tell you. That was Ricky Collins. Ricky Collins, number 40, that got in there and he's been putting pressure on Allen all night at the 45-yard line, causing that incomplete pass play. Now Fayetteville changes into a double wing formation with the shotgun and the pooch kick that Allen has done earlier, and that one goes out of bounds. Let's see where the officials walk up the sideline to see where it went out. Now he's still walking, telling everybody to move out of the way. Brought up to about the 17. We'll be right back. So the Cyclones have the football 83 yards away from pay dirt. And trailing by a point here late in the first half. Under center, Hughes. Oh, he is dumped. Well, making the tackle and losing his helmet was Peyton Baker, number 39. But Barrett Hughes sacked at the 10-yard line. So a big loss there, loss of about 7 on that play. And in the shadow of the Cyclone goal line and goal posts. So Hughes will be inside his 5 when he receives this shotgun snap. Looks down the middle. Demarius Neal made a nice catch, made a big target of himself, turning in toward the middle of the field, making it a good target. Stop was made by Gareth Booth, number 84. So the football now out to the 15-yard line after that short pass play to tight end Demarius Neal. Just a little simple, safe pass play there. Hughes with a little more operating room now. Wants to throw, fires. Got his man! That's a Varian Collins, and he was almost off to the races. Let's look at it again from ground level. Beautiful post pattern here. Slanting in, Varian Collins makes the high grab, off to the races, and one man to beat for the touchdown. Nice throw and catch out to the 43-yard line. A 28-yard pass and catch. You hear the fans on the Cyclones side of the field hollering for the Cyclones to get on the scoreboard. Hands it off to Sparks, and Sparks found a little opening that time out to the 48-yard line. Number 95 there, DeAndre Whitaker, number 95. 39, Peyton Baker also there. Getting out to the 48-yard line. Demarius Neal, Jeff Van Olen, all go split to the far side of the field. That's 3 wide receivers right. Sparks, the lone setback in the backfield, and now Barrett Hughes back into the shotgun. Fakes. Fires. Oh, almost complete, but almost picked off, too. It was intended for Matt Lutz. And reaching his hand in there, big number 84, Gareth Booth, on the coverage. It's a good throw, and just a little bit quicker. Or if Booth hadn't gotten his hand in the way, would have been a nice reception. Down to 3:40 to go in this first half. Fayetteville 7 and Russellville 6. Van Olen split to the near side. Matt Lutz amongst the receivers split to the right side for Russellville, and Hughes throws it up, and a catch by Cole Smith. He had to come back for it, and then dropped it, and I think the defender on that side was looking for offensive pass interference, but wasn't called. After Smith got a hold of it, it fell to the ground, and Russellville looks like they're bringing in the punt team. Fourth down. Still trailing by a point, 7-6 here late in the first half. And Zach Cocker should be able to kick it all the way to the Missouri border from here. Kind of got that one off the side of his foot, but it rolls. And it's going to roll dead right at about the 10-yard line. Put down there by Andrew Tryon. That's where Fayetteville will start. We'll be right back. .323 left to go before halftime as you look at the Cyclone sideline. More of our great sponsors: Innovative Industrial Solutions, Kimes Lions Physical Therapy, Laser Cartridge Plus, Liberty Bank of Arkansas. 3 wide receivers split right, and from ground level you look at quarterback Brandon Allen for Fayetteville. Throws back left, complete. Spins away from one receiver or defender. There's away from the second before Bradford Webb finally drops Demetrius Dean, number 20. He's a slippery character. Dean is 6'3" and 245 pounds. It's kind of Fayetteville's answer to Demarius Neal. Much the same. Neal's not quite as tall. Bring a man in motion, now rolling to the near side. Allen fires, has his man, and did he stay in bounds? Apparently so, and finally dropped by Ricky Collins. The receiver was Josh Hale, number 80. Kept himself from going out of bounds and also eluded that tackle out near the 40-yard line. And this Brandon Allen is dangerous. I mean, I had the thought there, the open real estate that there was in front of him, that he might pull that one down and not throw it and run for it. He could have run a long way, but he decided to throw to the open receiver. Hale goes split far left along with 2 other Fayetteville receivers. And we have, guess they had to reset the chains. All right, we're set to go. They wind the clock again. 3 wideouts left, 2 to the near side, which is the narrow side of the field. Allen, straight drop back. Now he steps up, and he's going to run the football. 50 to the 40-yard line. And finally dumped as he got to the 35. That was John Olson. But again, Brandon Allen, who is able to scramble his way out of trouble. He had no one to throw to. Russell had done a great job with the defensive secondary. He just tucked it down, went right up the middle, and a big gain down to the 35-yard line. Here's Allen. Again, 3 wides right, 2 left. Quick throw, complete. Olson hit him first, and he kept him right there. The receiver, again, was Demetrius Dean, number 20, the 245-pounder, and John Olson, who goes 160, did a good job of hemming him in where he was at, even though he's outweighed by about 85 pounds. Inside the 30 now for the Bulldogs. 7-6 our score, with Russellville trailing Fayetteville by a point. Brandon Allen rolls to the near side. Throwing to the end zone. Touchdown for Fayetteville. He's got a beautiful touch on the ball. There's no doubt about it. And again, his target was Michael Heinzman, who caught the earlier touchdown pass. With 1:41 left to go, In the first half, it is 13-6 with the extra point kick upcoming. Well, that was a beautiful throw and catch on the run, and Heinzman had gone to the far corner of the end zone. Will Rostick to attempt the extra point kick. And it is partially blocked. No good. And the extra point is always critical. Look at coming across there and making the block on the play. Andrew Tryon was there for one. And John Olson was also there, number 3. So someone got a big hand up there, and we'll be right back. .141 left to go before halftime, and with a missed extra point, you never know how that may come back to be very important later in the football game. That's why you can't afford ever to miss an opportunity to make an extra point, because it somehow comes back to haunt you. Fayetteville kicking away, and the return from about the 5-yard line. Avarian Collins still on his feet. Oh, look at this guy, how hard he runs. He really runs hard. My goodness. Look at it again. Got it there at the 5. Comes right straight up the field looking for his blockers, trying to come to the inside. Works out of that arm tackle. Works away from this arm tackle, but finally drugged down on that particular play. And let's see. Looks like the infraction is going to be called against Fayetteville. And it's a face mask penalty, a big one, 15 yards. I didn't see, unless it was on someone else besides on the receiver or the return man, I didn't see where the defender, who looked to be Gareth Booth, had him by the shoulders and kind of flung him down, but he didn't. There's a pass complete to Avarian Collins, who just was on that return. Making the stop after the completed pass is Bobby Nefsker. But again, it didn't look like he was up around the face gear at all. Looked like he had drug him down by the jersey. Here's Lutz coming over in the slot to the near side. Football just a yard shy of midfield. Throw downfield and intended for Avarian Collins, incomplete. Covering was J.T. McCormick, number 6, for Fayetteville. Just a few moments before the end of the first half, and Avarian Collins has had some good returns this evening. Got some speed out there as he goes split to the far side of the field. Barrett Hughes waits. Now he throws. It's complete. I think that's Collins again on that particular pass reception. It was. Let's look at it again as Hughes had to wait. He wanted to go deep. And he just couldn't find anybody to break loose. So he goes to a secondary receiver, who is Avarian Collins, down around the 40-yard line. Peyton Baker made the stop, but not without really wrestling for it. Hughes. Oh, and this time he's going to be dropped for a loss, back about his 49-yard line. Making the stop, Garrett Payne, number 37, along with Bobby Nefsker, number 94. Just 29 seconds left. .29 seconds left. The Cyclones at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's all the time before halftime, and the Cyclones find themselves trailing 13-6 to the Fayetteville Bulldogs. Fayetteville with 2 touchdown passes, the Cyclones with 2 field goals. Barrett Hughes looks, stepped up, nice job. Now he's going to run with the football. And he runs out of bounds, try to save some of the clock. There's 21 seconds left. Let's look at it again on the instant replay. Hughes steps inside a defender there, looked right, thought better of it, now tucks it under. 50, the 45, he's looking for the sideline. 40, and runs out about the 37-yard line. Garrett Payne was over there. So Russellville, you got to feel like that they just might be in Zach Hocker field goal range here. Hughes, who almost lost it. Going to take it again on the keeper. Goes 30 and out of bounds about the 25-yard line. He almost dropped this football. Let's look at it from the sideline. He brings it back down. He had to pull it back to his body. Now he's carrying it out there under the left arm. Evaded one tackler here and able to run down the sideline. That defender was Will Stuckenborg. Cyclones get it down to just inside the 27-yard line. Not much time remaining. 3 wide receivers split right. Hughes, safety valve out to Sparks, and Sparks runs out of bounds around maybe the 13 or 14-yard line with 7 seconds left. Look at it again from ground level. Hughes throws underneath. Sparks got it in good shape and just tippy-toed out of bounds. Over there defensively, once again, was Peyton Baker, number 39, to force him out of bounds, which did stop the clock. That's to the Cyclones' advantage, but what do they want to do here? 7 seconds. Can they get 2 plays? I think that's really the decision that has to be made here. Do you want to kick the field goal here, or do you want to take a shot to the end zone? And the Cyclones say we need to take a little time and talk it over. So before we have that decision and find out what it is, we'll be right back. Seven seconds on the stadium clock here from Harmon Stadium in Fayetteville. Fayetteville leads 13-6 over the Cyclones. So again, the question is as follows. And it looks like the Cyclones have made that decision to go for the field goal. The football will be placed out at the 25-yard line. Blake Robinson will hold. It's on the hash mark to the near side, and now a timeout is called on the field. Fayetteville's going to try to ice Zach Hocker before the field goal attempt. Back after this. Again, the decision was whether to try to go one time to the end zone and then, if not successful, kick the field goal. But I think Coach Holt thought that 7 seconds might not be enough time to run 2 plays, and so that's why they're going to attempt the field goal here. And Fayetteville, conversely, let everybody line up and then decided to try to ice the kicker. And in this case, when you're talking about Zach Hocker, it's not very likely to happen. He's a cool customer, got a lot of experience, and it's a good idea, but I don't know how effective it's going to be. So here it is, 35-yard field goal attempt. Down, the kick is up, and the kick, it is good. Another great field goal, plenty of distance, plenty of leg, and it makes it Fayetteville 13 and Russellville 9. We'll be back with just 3 seconds in the first half. Well, the Cyclones and head coach Jeff Holt obviously made the right choice, making sure that you got 3 points on the board, because even if they would have gotten 2 plays out of that last 7 seconds, you got to know you feel rushed, because there couldn't have been more than a second or 2 left when they would have attempted the field goal attempt, had they not gotten the touchdown. So anyway, they decide to go the safe route, and with Zach Hocker's leg, that's pretty safe. He's 3 out of 3 tonight, including a 52-yarder, and all the scoring has come from his leg. 13-9, Fayetteville leads on 2 touchdown passes from Brandon Allen to Michael Heintzman. But the Cyclones pull within 4 here as we get ready to end the first half. And Zach will try, I'm sure, to kick it out of the end zone so that Fayetteville will not have an opportunity for a run back. Again, they have not had one tonight. And guess what? The receivers don't even try. That one hit the goalpost. You gotta wonder, wouldn't it be neat if they made a deal, a new rule where if you made a field goal on the kickoff, you'd get 3 points? That'd make it interesting, wouldn't it? Every time you kicked off, if you had a good field goal kicker, if he happened to make it through, you'd get 3 points. We'll turn that into the AAA. I don't foresee it going very far, but that's the way it goes. Well, anyway, here's Fayetteville. They're going to take one play and probably take a knee. That's right, Brandon Allen takes a knee, and with Fayetteville leading 13-9, that's the last play of the first half. What a good first half it has been. The Cyclones trailing Fayetteville by a score of 13-9. We'll be right back. Cyclone recap. The exciting plays of the first half. Look at this kick from Zach Hocker. Back at, boom, what a hit there by Olsen. Pass out of the flat, and a nice job of the ball being stripped there by number 47, Aaron McConnell. Here's Barrett Hughes looking, fires, gets his man. Demarius Neal, look at Demarius run over people here. It took about 4 Fayetteville defenders to get him. Here's the long field goal attempt, a 52-yarder. Look at that football float just far enough for a 52-yard field goal. Allen, high snap, handed it off, almost lost, and Rue Massey there to make the stop on the Fayetteville ball carrier. Here's Barrett Hughes once again. Looking down the middle, Avarian Collins, what a nice catch, and he's off to the races. Shoved just a little bit, otherwise he lost his footing, otherwise he would have scored. That was Donovan Reigun who made that stop. Pass, look at how open Russellville is on the receiving end, down around the 20-yard line there. Cole Smith on that reception from Barrett Hughes. Another field goal attempt here. Up, and it is good from Zach Hocker, his second of the night, second of 3. Here's Brandon Allen. And off to the races for a long touchdown run, chased by John Olsen, but a nice touchdown run there by Michael Heintzen. And the extra point kick. Good. That point was 7-6. Underneath, Demarius Neal runs over 1-2. Takes about 6 Fayetteville Bulldogs to bring him down. Here's Brandon Allen for Fayetteville. 2 great quarterbacks in action tonight. Nice defensive play turned in there by Andrew Tryon. Barrett Hughes, nice throw there to Avarian Collins. He almost broke it for a big gainer. Rolling right, Brandon Allen throws on the run to the end zone, and there's Heintzman again. 2 touchdowns for him, but the extra point kick was blocked. And we'll see how important that is before this football game was over. Here's Avarian Collins. Look at how hard he runs. Just dragging people before he's finally pulled down by the shoulder pads. Barrett Hughes throwing. Nice catch there once again by Avarian Collins. fighting for yardage. Hughes steps up. Now he's going to run for it, giving the Cyclones chance for a late field goal. Hughes again coming to the outside and getting out of bounds to stop the clock with not much time left in the first half. And here is Zach Hocker's third field goal attempt of the first half. And a pretty thing it is, right down the middle with plenty of leg. And there at the end of the first half, Fayetteville 13, Russellville 9. A great first half. The Cyclone recap. Third quarter. Zach Hocker will kick it away here at Harmon Field in Fayetteville. It's been an exciting ball game to this point, 13-9. 2 touchdown passes from Brandon Allen to Michael Heinzman. And the Cyclones have countered with 3 field goals, including a 52-yarder from Zach Hocker. Hocker to kick it away. And this one is going to actually be returned from about the 5-yard line. Well, one of the few times you're going to see one of Zach Hocker's kicks returned. That was an exciting in itself, just to see someone return. That was Dylan Hale who did the return for Fayetteville. Didn't change much about what happened. But Fayetteville has the football first down and 10 to begin the third quarter, leading in the football game by a score of 13-9. Brandon Allen, 3 wide receivers right. And he's going to take it himself. Had a good first half running, and look at him. He's out across the 40-yard line before. Over there was Bradford Webb to run Brandon Allen out of bounds. But this guy is a weapon, throwing the football or running the football. He's their best runner, much less their best passer. So the 38-yard line is where they say he stepped out of bounds. And he has got some very shifty moves. 3 wide receivers right. Twins left. Allen throws out of the backfield. And down the sideline, the pass is complete. Heinzman once again was the receiver on the play. Bradford Webb over there. And as we told you, Michael Heinzman, number 4, has 2 touchdown receptions in this football game for Fayetteville. So at the 47-yard line, the Russellville defense going to have to step it up here. Put the clamps on this Fayetteville explosive offense. 3 wide receivers left. Twin to the right. Allen. Screen pass underneath. That's Heinzman, and he runs hard also. Michael Heinzman gets across midfield. Leading the tacklers, Blake Robinson, number 10 for Russellville. Football at the 48-yard line of Russellville. So the Fayetteville offensive machine is back at it again. Trips right, twin receivers left. Nobody in the backfield but Brandon Allen. But remember, again, he might be the main ball carrier. Now rolling right, being forced out of the pocket. On the run, throws to the sideline. And they said incomplete, out of bounds. Was intended for Hale. Josh Hale, number 80. But the official with the indication said he caught it out of bounds. Second down and 10 for Fayetteville. 13-9, the Bulldogs lead. Some more of our great sponsors include Liberty Bank of Arkansas, Little John's Trucking, Max Nutrition, Russellville Cyclone Football Booster Club, and Simmons Bank. Some more of our great sponsors of Russellville Cyclone Football. Back to throw, firing down the middle. It is complete. What a gun and what a nice catch The pass caught by Colby Jordan. That'll be plenty enough for a first down as Brandon Allen just stepped back and threaded the needle with that one. I mean, he had a gun on that one. And the gain down to the 23-yard line. He threw that one on a rope. Allen. Now he's going to run it this time. Got an open field. Got down to about the 10-yard line. Bradford Webb is there, and the official. I think the official gets an assist on that tackle. But the football placed just about the 10-yard line. It's a first down for Fayetteville, and actually I guess it's goal to goal. Again, we told you, Allen not only able to throw the football, but also be an effective runner. You saw 10:36 left in the third period clock. Throw it on that side. It's Michael Heinzman trying to get to the end zone, but he was forced out of bounds at about the 2 or the 3. Bradford Webb and Andrew Tryon were over there. Addison Walker, also number 44, in the area. So they say the 4-yard line. Second down and goal from the 4. In the backfield is Demetrius Dean at 245 pounds, but we're going to have a timeout on the field for Fayetteville first. Back in a moment. 13-9, 10:31 left to go in the third period, and Fayetteville knocking on the door. Again, that is Dean in the backfield, and he gets the direct snap, but there is a flag on the play. Did somebody jump a little early? As they go from the direct snap, Razorbacks call it the Wild Hog formation, I believe. But it is a 5-yard penalty against Fayetteville back to the 9. But the idea is it's almost the old single wing where you place the running back as the deep back and a direct snap to the deep back. It's called by lots of different names. Allen is back in the ball game now at quarterback. Looking. Now he's being forced out of the pocket. Rolls left. He's going to keep it himself, and he's in for the score untouched. Brandon Allen using his legs this time. Got through 2 passes, touchdown passes already in the ball game. This time he gets a touchdown via the ground game, a rushing touchdown. So all 3 scores from the hand of Brandon Allen. 2 by air and 1 if by land. In this case, that one by land. John Kale will attempt the extra point kick. And it is good. Our score now, 20-9 in favor of Fayetteville. We'll be back in just a moment. Well, the Cyclones find themselves down 11 now, 20-9. Kick returned by Avarian Collins. Look at this guy. Look at those legs churn. Nice job by Avarian Collins out across the 30-yard line. Let's look at it again. Catches it about the 7. Brings it right straight up the field. I like that where he runs north and south. Busts through there and almost got away. Colby Mahoon, number 40. On special teams made the stop. But a good job by Avarian Collins. What a job he's doing returning kicks. There at Hughes. Giving it off to Varian Collins on the end around, and a nice job out across the 40 to the 42. Varian lined up as a wide receiver right. You see him come in motion here, gets the handoff from Barrett Hughes. Jeff Van Olen makes a nice block here on the corner. And then Varian Collins does all the rest of it himself. Faked that one Fayetteville player out of his shoes. And turned in a nice game, and he's shaken up a little bit there. But that could be just a cramp. Here are the second quarter stats. Russellville 7 of 10 for 33 yards, 4 rushes for 26. So you see the passing and the ground game equalizing a little bit more during that second quarter than it was in the first quarter when Russellville was basically all pass. So a little more balance there in the second quarter. And Jacob Sparks, nothing there. He was met before he could get going. Big number 94, Bobby Nefsker made the stop. 6 foot, 210-pounder. And Sparks unable to even getting the motor going there out of the starting block. And you saw there the defense talking about how to make some defensive adjustments and stop this very explosive and potent offense of the Fayetteville Bulldogs. And how to stop Brandon Allen. That's the main thing. He's been the man. Firing, the pass incomplete. And will there be a flag on the play? Boy, it looked like there should have been. Matt Lutz was the intended receiver. Looked like the Fayetteville defender got there way early, but no flag is thrown. 20-9 the score. Simmons Bank, Sorrel's Body Shop, and Tyson Foods, 3 more of your great sponsors of Russellville Cyclone football on IMC Studios Sportswatch. Hughes wants to go up top, and Van Olen. Well, again, I'll tell you what, there was a little bit of activity there. It looked like the defender was all over Van Olen as he was going up for the pass reception, but again, no call made. That's 2 no calls on back-to-back plays that looked suspiciously, and I'm not an official, but looked suspiciously like defensive pass interference. So Zach Cocker will be kicking. Good snap, and he puts a foot into it. Over to the 21-yard line. On the reception, going all the way across the field. Nice run, 40, 45 to midfield and down to the 45 of Russellville before John Olson put the stop on Will Stuckenborg, number 7. And a nice return there on that punt by Zach Hocker. There's a flag on the play, and the officials discussing it. And it's against Fayetteville. So you're going to wipe out a good share of that nice punt return by Stuckenborg. Officials talk about where the mark-off should start, where it's going to go to. Well, we're still waiting. It's holding against Fayetteville. And the football moved back to the 45-yard line. Between the 44 and the 45 of Fayetteville. So that's where the Bulldogs will start. They lead 20-9. Cyclones down by 11 here midway in the third quarter. And Fayetteville has been very effective offensively with some nice decision-making by Brandon Allen at quarterback. He's done it with his legs and also throwing the football. One of the few times he's been under center tonight. Give it to the tailback and trying to blast away for a couple of tough yards. Again, Hale, the ball carrier. That's Dylan Hale. We have Dylan Hale and Josh Hale. Dylan is 15 and Josh is number 80. You see Josh split left there. And again, Brandon Allen is under center this time. And we have a whistle. And this one is against Russellville for 5 yards. Down to the 48-yard line. And again, a little bit difficult for us to pick up all of what the infractions are because they're only making the indications to the home side, which is on the far side of the field to the home press box. So here's Josh Hale coming in motion. Give the ball off to Dylan Hale, and Dylan, another about 4 or 5 yards before Blake Robinson and Bradford Webb, numbers 10 and 1, bring him down for the Cyclones. It's at the Russellville 45 and a first down for Fayetteville. Fayetteville on a little bit more of a traditional just line up and run it at you offense here as of late, as of the last few downs. They had been wide open earlier, but now they bring the quarterback under center and hand it to the tailback. They're going to do it again. Nothing doing this time, though. Oh, he fought loose. Boy, you talk about some fine secondary running. I thought that he had been dropped. Finally, Blake Robinson's able to bring him down, but I thought he was dropped at the line of scrimmage. But Hale able to carry it down to the 37-yard line on second effort. We've seen some running backs in this ball game that are really giving second and third effort and really keeping those legs churning. Hale goes in motion right to left. That's Josh Hale. Give it off to Dylan Hale, and Hale fights another couple of yards. Host of Cyclone characters and a host of tacklers there to make the play, including Aaron McConnell, number 47. Number 44 is Addison Walker, and others from the Cyclone defense. Football at the 45. Excuse me, at the 35-yard line. 35-yard line. Wide receivers right and left. Allen going to sneak it himself. Fights to out the 33-yard line. In there, number 82, Rue Massey. Number 36, Brad Barnes, the junior. In on the stop. But Fayetteville now looks like that they are with an 11-point lead, trying not only to hold on to the football, but also run some clock, even though we're still in the third period. Allen under center. Give it off to Dylan Hale again. Oh, he almost broke it. Down the sideline and finally wrestled out of bounds about the 17-yard line. Making that stop was Jackson Jacobs. But Fayetteville just kept going back to the well until Dylan Hale got a pretty good run. He'd been stopped and hit pretty hard several times, but that time he found a crease and carries it down to the 16-yard line. So Fayetteville has completely changed the game plan after they went up 20-9, and they have really gone conservative on the ground. Give it off to Dylan Hale again. This time he's submarined. Kind of fell over Josh Hale's body. Maybe he got back to the line of scrimmage. Pruitt is there, number 35. 44 is Addison Walker. Place it down at the 15-yard line. 1-yard pickup. Now Demetrius Dean is also added in the backfield. And he will get the direct snap. And he's going to sweep to the outside. Oh, just tripped up at the 5-yard line. Otherwise, he would have scored. Demetrius Dean from the snap back position, if you want to call it the direct snap to the tailback. Look at all the time that's gone off the clock. 4 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the third period. And this is, whether you call it the Wildcat formation or whether you call it the Wild Hog formation, whatever it happens to be, at direct snap. Here's Dean again. In that position, he's going to take it again. And he plows his way down near the goal line. He's a big customer at 245 pounds. And we have a Cyclone still on the field. Down at the bottom of that pile is Rue Massey. And we have a timeout, officials timeout. They're going to try to... Rue doesn't want to come out of the ball game, but he's limping pretty bad. So, football at the 1. Cyclones send into the ball game Cameron Luther, number 43. He's a junior, 190-pounder. Let's see if Dean tries to take it again. He's ready for that direct snap. And he's in for the touchdown. 3 straight handoffs on that Wildcat formation or Wild Hog formation, whichever way you want to put it. Maybe it's a Wild Dog formation up here at Fayetteville. And it's 26-9 in favor of Fayetteville. A long, sustained drive. Lots of time taken off the clock. And now they tried a little bit of a sneaky formation to try to get a 2-point conversion. They lined up, as do a lot of teams, with the bulk of the offensive line, etc., on one side of the hash mark and the kicker on the other. But the fake in this particular case was no good, and it remains 26-9. And again, that is a design play where most of the time they'll line up separated, and then the kicker will come over. Ooh, from the 10-yard line, Andrew Tryon on the return, but not very far. Nice attempt, but a hard hit there from Fayetteville, and Russellville will have it first down and 10. But usually what happens is that the offensive line and the remainder of the team shifts over in front of the extra point kicker, and they attempt the extra point kick. But in this case, tried to fool Russellville by lining up that way and then trying to go on a quick snap and score a 2-point conversion, which Russellville smelled out. Well, the Cyclones need some help now, down 17 points. Give it off to the first man through. That's Jacob Sparks, number 26. And Jacob gets up a little bit slowly. 5'7", 170-pound senior. Football at the 20-yard line, and the Cyclones are facing just barely a quarter and just a few minutes over to make up 17 points. That's how much they trail by here at Fayetteville. Barrett Hughes firing. It's complete. That's Lutz, and Lutz for a first down. Stop was made defensively by Cole Jackson. Number 34. But it's a first down for Russellville, trying to battle back now. Trailing 26-9, and that was a killer, that long, sustained, time-consuming drive by Fayetteville. Hughes gets it off to Jacob Sparks, gets to the outside, gets to midfield, and just into Bulldog territory at the 49-yard line. Let's look at it again. Sparks looks inside. Now he bounces it to the outside. Got a little bit of running room. Tried to get further outside. And just too many bodies out there. Making the stop was Nathan Grady, number 42 for Fayetteville. So the football is at the 49-yard line of Fayetteville. And now Barrett Hughes back into the shotgun, gives it off to Sparks, and Sparks is basically the same play he had earlier. Fake it to Avarian Collins, and then you hand it to Jacob Sparks. And out of bounds. We have a timeout on the field for Fayetteville, and we'll be right back. Cyclone cheerleaders got a smile on their face, even with the Cyclones trailing by 17 here. So the Cyclones have got to get the offense churning. They have been successful in moving the football, but all they've been able to record is 3 Zach Hocker field goals. Barrett Hughes wants to throw. He's going downtown. He's got a man, and it's in for the touchdown. Jeff Van Olen, and he caught it out there on the fingertips. Look at this play. Beautifully done. Fake to Sparks. Going downfield, and look at 2 steps on the defender is Van Olen, and he scores easily for the Cyclone touchdown. Will Stuckenborg was the defender, but he was beaten badly. So Zach Hocker will try to make this a 26-16 game, which would make it a 10-point differential. Snap down, kick is up. And it is good. That's our score. Fayetteville 26. Russell back on the board with 16. We'll be back in just a moment. Buck 37 is all there is remaining in this third period, but hey, the fourth period could get really exciting now. Cyclones getting some confidence back after being down 26-9. Bring it back to 26-16, and Zach Hocker kicks it out of the stratosphere beyond the end line, and Fayetteville will start at their own 20, but they have been, Fayetteville, very successful offensively tonight. The quarterback, Brandon Allen, has 2 touchdowns throwing and 1 running this evening, and he has been the main threat. And he's all that he was billed to be. Look at, he's going to take it on first down. This time Russell smelled it out. He's been very successful with that quarterback draw all night. Not much faking here. He goes right ahead, but Russell stayed at home this time, and he is dropped. They finally get to Brandon Allen, because he had, that had been a bread and butter play for Fayetteville all night, but not this time. Lost back to the 17-yard line. Allen. He's lived up to his billing. Wants to throw, fires down the middle, incomplete. That was a nice pass, but just a little bit long. Open was Colby Jordan, but he couldn't get to it. And you talk about seeing a couple of very fine quarterbacks. Just think of the touch that was on that pass from Barrett Hughes to Jeff Van Olen just a moment ago. It was right on the money. Van Olen caught it in full stride and just took about 3 more steps into the end zone. So we say a lot about Brandon Allen, and he is a very fine quarterback, but Russell has Barrett Hughes also, and that's nothing to be, nothing shoddy. Look at this throw, downfield and way beyond the intended receiver, Michael Heinsohn. Michael has caught 2 touchdown passes tonight, but that one was way too far. And you can hear the Cyclone fans getting more and more excited with each good play that the Russellville defense turns in. 48 seconds left. Remember, Fayetteville, the last time they had the football, they pretty well went to the ground game. They shut down the passing game, and this series, Brandon Allen not able to hit his targets. So now Jeff Van Olen will wait to return this kick. It's a low driving kick, and it's never going to get to. Van Olen rolls out of bounds, and we'll be right back. Well, the Cyclones get a break. The football at the 44 of Fayetteville after that short kick by Brandon Allen. And the Cyclones in great field position, trailing by 10. Handed off to Sparks. Sparks is drugged down at the line of scrimmage. 94, Bobby Nefsker made a nice play. He's made some nice plays all night for Fayetteville. So the Cyclones try the middle a little bit on first down, but there hasn't been much there all night. Here are the third quarter statistics, and you can see 9 rushes for 33 yards. That's all the Cyclones had in the third quarter. No passing whatsoever, all in the rushing department. Back. Barrett Hughes fires downfield and almost complete. Intended for Matt Lutz. He dove for it, but just a little bit beyond his reach. Cyclones come to the sideline here. We'll take a timeout with them, and we'll be right back. (26-16), you see it on the clock as we begin the fourth period. Cyclones trail 26-16 as we begin this fourth period. Hughes steps up, and now he's going to tote the mail. Look at him go down the sideline. Barrett Hughes scores for the Cyclones. Now, I'll tell you, I really think that was a pass first, run second. He's looking for a receiver here, but he pulls it down, makes a fake there. Nice blocking downfield. And once he got right there, it is down the sideline, and Katie bar the door for Barrett Hughes. He raises that left hand, and the Cyclones are on the board with a big touchdown run by Barrett Hughes. So needless to say, Brandon Allen is not the only one in the quarterbacking ranks on this field tonight who can tote the mail. Nice job by Barrett Hughes. Zach Hocker to attempt the extra point kick. And it's up. And the kick, it is good. The score, Fayetteville 26, Russellville 23. The Cyclones come storming back. 11:49 left to go in the football game. Cyclone fans are excited. We are too. We'll be back in just a moment. So the Cyclones have answered with 10 unanswered points. They were down 17. Let's make that with 14 unanswered points. Zach Hocker's kick out of the end zone. And the Cyclones come from trailing 26-9 to trailing 26-23. 14 unanswered points from the Cyclone offense, and the last of that on the long TD run by quarterback Barrett Hughes. 11:49 to go in the football game. Just barely underway for the fourth quarter. And now, can the Cyclones put the clamps on this Fayetteville offense and get the football back, score a field goal to tie it, or a touchdown to take the lead? Brandon Allen looking, having trouble. He throws it up. And boy, oh boy, what a hit from Andrew Tryon. Whew. Here is Brandon Allen. He's just barely going to get the football thrown away. He got one Cyclone pulling him down, throws it up. The receiver tries to make the catch, and Tryon just levels. That was Troy Underwood, number 14, who was the intended receiver. Boy, oh boy, Andrew Tryon. That's an extra 15 minutes in the old whirlpool. Allen throws out of the backfield, complete. Gets it out to near the 30-yard line. Pass was intended and complete to Quentin Smith, number 49. Again, Andrew Tryon made the tackle on the play, and it apparently is enough for a first down. But let me tell you, this football game has gotten more intense. You can feel it. You can hear it in the hits. 26-23. Brandon Allen wants to roll right. Looking, fires. It's complete. Heinzman was open. He broke 2 tackles and a third, still on his feet, across midfield to the 48 of Russellville. Rue Massey finally brought him down with help. Aaron McConnell was there, but Heinzman is a tough customer to bring down after he catches the football. Make it the 49-yard line. Between the 48 and the 49. But that was a nice job after catching the football by Heinzman. Michael Heinzman, number 4, he comes running towards you there. Be wide to the near side. He has caught 2 touchdown passes tonight. Brandon Allen rolls right. Will he run the football? Yes, he will, and steps out of bounds in front of Pruitt, number 35, who was about to level him. Rue Massey was chasing, number 82. But that places the football down at about the 39-yard line of Russellville. The Cyclone defense got to come up with some ways to stop Brandon Allen and these Fayetteville Bulldogs and get the football back. Well, it's a measurement for the first down. Let's see if it's going to be enough for the first down. It's crunch time for this Russellville defense. And it is short. Looks like about a foot. 26-23. You're watching Russellville Cyclone football on IMC Studios Sportswatch. What a great ball game this has been. Fayetteville quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. 3 wide receivers left and 2 right. A formation they have used a lot this evening. Brandon Allen in the shotgun, the only man in the backfield. And stopping him is priority number 1 for the Cyclones. Allen fires. It's complete after juggling it. That's Josh Hale inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. It popped up in the air, but he had concentration and brought it down. Pruitt made the stop. Logan Pruitt, the senior. But it's have the football at the 26-yard line of the Cyclones. And the Cyclones do not need any additional points against them because the time is becoming a factor in the football game. That's Dylan Hale. Dropped after a short gain, number 15, and the stop made by Addison Walker. If Addison doesn't make that play, though, he has a lot of running room. at the 28-yard line. Good job by Addison Walker on that one, stopping Dylan Hale, number 15. Fourth quarter, 26-23 Fayetteville. As intense as these two teams have played, you wouldn't believe it's a non-conference game. Allen waits, fires down the middle. Oh, that one should have been caught. That one was just a plain old drop by Troy Underwood, and he was wide open. He may have heard the sound of white-clad footsteps, but you see the clock becoming a factor. 9:42 is left. That's all there is left in this football game. Twin receivers come to the wide side of the field. That's the near side. Brandon Allen with the running back in the backfield. And there's a whistle. And Fayetteville has called for a timeout. Back in a moment. Cyclone defenders on the near sideline. Coach McNabb encouraging this group of youngsters to hold just a little bit longer. Give the offense a chance to get down and either tie or win this football game. Midway in period number 4, the Cyclones at one point trailed in this football game 26-9. But they got a big touchdown run by Barrett Hughes. Also got a touchdown pass to Jeff Van Olen. And they're right back in it, trailing by only 3. 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Allen. You hear the crowd urging the Cyclones on. The pass incomplete. Heinzman was the intended receiver, but he was out of bounds right there with our cameraman. Over there, Andrew Tryon was over there, one of the Cyclone defenders. That one you almost got to eat for lunch. It came right at the camera. Now what will the Bulldogs try? Cyclones need the football desperately. Time becoming a crucial factor and a long way from the Cyclone goal line. Brandon Allen back, looks, forced out of the pocket now, trying to run, gets to the sideline and out of bounds. Did he make it enough for the first down? That's the question here. Coming to the near side, Allen just trying to, he finally decides there he's going to have to run for it. Being forced out of bounds, and a nice job there. Turned in by Jackson Jacobs to get him out of bounds where he did. We'll take a timeout and catch our breath, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. .9:25 to play, 26-23, and I believe that for a moment that Brandon Allen was shaken up there on the near sideline. May have been a cramp. But guess what? The ball goes over to the Cyclones on downs. A big stop by the Russellville defense. Give it off to Sparks, and Sparks has nowhere to run. He's been hemmed in all night long. Stop that time turned in by DeAndre Whitaker, number 95. The rushing game, except for a few occasions, and one of those being Barrett Hughes' long touchdown run. But running success has been few and far between this evening for the Cyclones. Barrett Hughes, Cyclones know what they have to do. Time is a factor, but they still got plenty of time to operate. Hughes fires, and that one was tipped at the line. Incomplete. Could have been intercepted very easily, but you could see it fly up as it crossed the line of scrimmage. It was tipped by one of the defensive linemen. So that brings up a third down situation here. It's nail-biting time for all the coaches. We're to crunch time in this football game. 26-23 Fayetteville. Hughes looks, lofts it, and a great job there but getting the ball out to Sparks down the near sideline. That's really a safety valve, but he found the seam. Look at Barrett Hughes. He wants to go downfield. Wait, no place to go. Then he sees, I can loft it over here to Sparks, running down the sideline, and he gets about 15 yards after the catch and gets it, nudged it into Fayetteville territory about the 49-yard line. A great job. Jacob Sparks down the near sideline getting open, and Barrett Hughes, it's great to have that kind of experience. He knew right where Jacob Sparks should be. Shovel pass underneath to Sparks, 45 and out of bounds about the 41-yard line. Let's look at it again. Shovel pass underneath, first time we've seen it tonight, and Jacob Sparks eludes Cameron Baker there. Comes down the near sideline and out of bounds, and boy, it could have almost been called a late hit there from Fayetteville. Matter of fact, there is a flag on the play. Because Jacob Sparks was definitely out of bounds, and he was still hit. So let's see what the officials, and wait a second, this one's going the wrong way. .8:17, the clock a factor. And the mark off against the Cyclones for holding. Well, we saw another infraction, but that's the one the officials call back to the 43-yard line. So the Cyclones, instead of being at the 49 of Fayetteville, now back at their own 43. Your sponsors are being scrolled at the bottom of your screen. Please remember them. Stop in their place of business or give them a call and let them know how much you appreciate the opportunity of watching Cyclone football because of their sponsorship. Well, looks like we got some problems with the chain gang, and while we have a timeout, they're over there repairing it on the near sideline. We'll be right back. Well, the chain has been repaired. The Cyclones are 57 yards away from pay dirt, and a touchdown that would put them in the lead. Midway fourth quarter. Avarian Collins gave it back over to Van Olen. 50, 45, 40, 25, 20, and Brooke down at the 18-yard line. Cyclones use the end around. Look at, they give it to Avarian Collins. He flips it back to Van Olen. All the momentum is left, and Fayetteville sees that the near side is wide open, and Van Olen picks his way, being a good return man that he is, and fights his way all the way down from the 43 of Russellville deep into Fayetteville territory. They mark it about the 18, just inside the 18-yard line. Boy, it just don't get any more exciting than this. Give it off to Sparks. Now there's nothing there. He's dropped. Lucky if he got back close to the line of scrimmage. Stop made by DeAndre Whitaker, number 95 again. Helped in there by Devin Bowers. Cyclones want to find a way to get into that end zone. A touchdown here would give the Cyclones the lead and the momentum, which they grabbed back from Fayetteville. And I'll tell you the truth. Well, we'll talk about it after this play. Back, Hughes wants to go to the end zone. Fires to the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Jeff Van Owen. But you know, Fayetteville, when they went to the conservative attack, they did score a touchdown when they went all to the ground and did score on the Wildcat formation when Demetrius Dean scored. But the series after that, they looked to be a little out of sync. They wanted to go back to the passing offense, and they just couldn't click. And that's when Russellville got the football back, and the old Mo began to turn its way back toward the Cyclones. So in trying to be a little more conservative and get a sure touchdown, which Fayetteville did get, they may have thwarted their momentum by changing the game plan a little bit. At least that's the way it seems. Whatever, it's to the Cyclones' advantage. They talk about it on the near side. Late here in the fourth quarter, 26-23 is the score. Fayetteville still leading by 3. But it just seems as though the air went out of the balloon for Fayetteville. Their momentum just stepped into a pothole. Big situation here for the Cyclones. Chance to take the lead and win this football game. Jeff Holt looks over the plays on the near sideline. Cyclones in that red zone. Barrett Hughes. Looking, throws out of the backfield, gets it to Sparks, but Sparks is hemmed in. Not going to get there on that one. It's a little screen pass out of the backfield. And not much of a gain. Football still about the 17-yard line. And I see Zach Hocker and Blake Robinson in the ball game, so it looks like a fourth field goal attempt for Zach Hocker from the near hash mark is just about to be attempted. It'll be they're going to put it down at the 23. It'll be a 33-yard field goal. Hocker has already kicked 3 tonight. He's kicking right into the Fayetteville band. Down, the kick is up. It's on the way, and the kick, it is good, and we are tied. 26-26 at Fayetteville. Back in a moment. Well, the leg of Zach Hocker has made quite a difference tonight. He has 4 field goals for 12 points and 2 extra points for 2. He's got 14 of Russellville's 26 points on his shoulders directly, much less all of the long kickoffs. So here's Zach Hocker. The long kick. And Fayetteville doesn't even look at it. It's beyond the end line, and that's where Fayetteville will start. You start thinking back, and I was reminded just a moment ago about former Russellville Cyclone kicking great Kelly Davis. From back 30-plus years ago. Kelly, of course, now part of the administration at Arkansas Tech University, but probably one of the all-time great kickers here at Russellville High School, along with the great Eric Nyhouse. Back, Allen throws, and it's complete. That's Dean. And let's not forget also, Greg Horn was a mighty outstanding kicker for the Russellville Cyclones in years gone by. Went on to be a part of the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville. A lot of great kickers of the past, but a good one here now in Zach Hocker. Fayetteville, Russellville, trying to get time to put some more points on the board, give it off straight ahead. And that is Dylan Hale, able to work forward for a little bit here from ground level. Straight handoff to the tailback, and good job by Blake Robinson and a few others in there for Russellville to put the stop on Dylan Hale. Cyclone defense, it's in their hands right now as the score is tied at 26. Russellville needs the football back. You see 5 minutes. We're down to just about 5 minutes even. All there is left in this football game. Hand it off to Dylan Hale. He breaks it to the outside. Down the far sideline and finally bumped out of bounds at the Cyclone 30. Well, they let him out. And Dylan Hale, there's a flag on the sideline. I saw a yellow hanky get thrown in the air. And he almost took it to the house. After being bottled up most of the night, broke it to the outside and was able to streak down the sideline. But let's see what the infraction is now. So bring the football back here. And apparently it was offsetting penalties against both teams. We didn't see the official signal what was against Fayetteville, but it looked like a holding call against both sides, or a infraction anyway against both sides, which means they just negated each other, and the football sits at the 26. Allen under center this time. Cyclone defense trying to shore it up here. Hand it off, and a great defensive play. Dylan Hale trying to sweep right on the play that he almost scored on a minute ago, but nothing doing as Addison Walker, you'll see on the replay, comes across there, knifing through. Bradford Webb also there, and the Cyclones stop Dylan Hale. Back of the 28-yard line. Boy, that was, of course, every play right now is monumental. Every single play. Late in the fourth. Russellville trying to keep Fayetteville from scoring. Get the football back and score themselves to win the football game. Allen to the near side. Stops, under pressure, throws. It's complete. That's Heinzman who caught the football. Knocked out of bounds by Addison Walker. Looks like he's marking at about the 18-yard line. But that would still be short of the first down, I believe. So at the 18, they go to the wild dog, I guess, formation, you'd say, with Dean deep. Gonna take it. And he's dropped. Oh, what a play by the Cyclone defense. Let's look at it again from behind Dean. He's had great success. But there's Andrew Tryon. He's one of them there. Also there was Aaron McConnell. And the Cyclone defense knifes across and makes the stop. Back at the 20-yard line, and now the field goal attempt. From about 27, it'll be a 37-yard attempt by Will Rostick, and the crowd is going bananas. The kick down, the kick is up. The kick, it is no good! Wide left, and the Cyclones will get the football back. Let's see what they can do. We'll be right back. 2:34 left to go in the football game. Rostick's field goal attempt was wide left, leaves the football game tied at 26. The Cyclones have got to go about 40 yards to get into field goal range. Hughes forced out of the pocket, running left, and he's going to run out of bounds to stop the clock. Got up to about 25. There's a flag on the play. The official's going to talk about it. Critical part of this football game. Thanks so much for staying with us throughout this one. This has been exciting from start to finish. 4 Zach Hocker field goals. Couple of beautiful pass plays on both sides. Couple of great quarterbacks. Oh, and this one is going against the Cyclones. Oh, my goodness. Back to around the 12-yard line. So not only did the Cyclones have a ways to go, now they've really got a ways to go. They've got to go about 50 yards and a little more to be in Zach Hocker field goal range. But still some time left. Hughes, he's a veteran. He's been around this too long. It won't rattle him. Throws underneath. It's complete to Averion Collins. Breaks it, and he gets it out to about the 30. Almost broke it for the money. We've talked about how Collins has worked hard with those feet tonight, and look at him churn them out here. You can't arm tackle him. Finally coming across was Bentley Bannister, number 3, to make the stop. 26-26, late in the football game. Hughes gives it off, and the boy has nothing to do. Oh, he breaks it open. Sparks, who was stopped at the line of scrimmage, kept those feet going. Let's look at it again. Comes right here, and boom, we thought he was stopped right there. But he bounced it to the outside and turns it into first down yardage. Stop was made by Mark Hollenbeck after he shucked the tackle of Bentley Bannister at the line of scrimmage. You don't think these two teams don't want this football game? Oh, my. Hughes throws underneath again. Got it to Jacob Sparks and out of bounds. Let's look at it again. Looks downfield, but he's got Sparks. He knows where he is, and he just tosses it over there on the sideline. Sparks, his idea is get as much as you can, then jump out of bounds and stop the clock. Right in front of Will Stuckenborg. Cyclones are into Fayetteville territory now at the 47. They don't have to go much further, you know. Zach Hocker has already kicked a 52-yarder tonight. Throw it out of the backfield to Sparks. Trying to get somewhere and did a nice turn there just to make a couple. Mad at himself because he lost his footing. Number 2, Reed Murray made the stop. 49 seconds left in this one. Oh, it's going to go right down to the wire. Football at the 47. Hughes. He just sneaks it forward to the 45. Look at it again from ground level. Just tries to burrow his way forward a little bit. And a timeout is called. The football at the just outside the 45-yard line. At this point, it would be about a 63-yard field goal. I'm not saying it couldn't be done, but that would be a really good poke by Zach Hocker. Well, they're talking about the strategy for the final seconds, and we'll be right back with it. Well, there's the situation. The football just outside the 45 of Fayetteville. Cyclones have to get a little bit further, you would think, to have a really good shot. I formation, first time we've seen it tonight. Demarius Neal is the fullback, and again, that is Barrett Hughes sneaking, trying to get the first down. The Cyclones say he has it. He was a little short on the last one. Last quarterback sneak attempt. And the officials say, yes, we don't even need to measure. Inside the 45. First down. But that's not the concern right now. Time on the clock is running out. The Cyclones need to get a little closer to give Zach Cocker a real good opportunity to win the football game with his foot. Hughes steps up, and he's dropped for a loss. Oh, that one hurt. Back across midfield. Garrett Payne, number 37, drops. Barrett Hughes back at the 48 of Russellville. And there's just no way that'd be a 70-yard field goal. Last time out for the Cyclones being taken here. They've got to have the strategy to at least get downfield about 25 yards and give Zach Cocker an opportunity to kick for the win. Oh, my. It's been a dandy, let me tell you. And a non-conference game up here on the hill at Harmon Field. The fans who made the trek up from the River Valley have gotten their money's worth. So there's the situation after the sack of Barrett Hughes. The loss places the football back at the 48-yard line of Russellville. Jacob Sparks in the backfield at running back. Barrett Hughes, he knows what he's got to do. He steps up, throws downfield, incomplete, intended for Avarian Collins. Defending on the play, Bentley Bannister. So they'll reload again. Third down. Got to come up with a play to get sufficient yardage to try a field goal here late. The Cyclones have played their pants off tonight, let me tell you. But Fayetteville has too. I guess that's why it's tied at 26. Hughes throws to the sideline, and there is Van Olen out of bounds. The official shaking his head, saying that there is still time left in the game. Everybody raising their finger for 1 second, which would allow Zach Cocker to come onto the field. You see the clock says 0, but the official on the near sideline, you saw him nodding yes to the Russellville sideline, saying, yes, you still have a second on the clock. Now the officials will talk about it, as Russellville thought they had 1 more second, time to line up and try a long field goal. It would have been about 55 or 58 yards. But at least the Cyclones, if the official on the near side, if his ruling stands, the Cyclones would have time to snap it and to try for the field goal. Now the officials are going to talk about it, because Russellville thought that they still had a tick on the clock. Matter of fact, a lot of people said that when Van Olen went out of bounds, there was 1 second on the clock. even though it ran to 0. There's Fayetteville coaches shaking their heads. So what is the officials' call going to be? Everyone's still wondering. There are the game stats. Russellville 236 yards on 20 completions, 106 yards on the ground. A nice balanced attack, 342 yards in all, but will there be one more play? Well, the officials are leaving the field. Well, we'll try to sort it out. The two teams are shaking hands, but we'll sort it out and we'll be right back. Cyclone recap. The great plays of the second half. Here's Brandon Allen. He's going to take it himself, cuts it back in, and goes in untouched for a Fayetteville touchdown. The extra point, good by Rostick. 20-9 at that point. Russellville. Alvarian Collins comes to the near side. Nice run here. Lost his footing. And there's the big Wildcat back. Carrying the football for Fayetteville, Demetrius Dean. But the try for 2 came up short. And what a difference that made later in the football game. Barrett Hughes on the slant pattern and off to the races. Matt Lutz. Nice throw and catch there for the Cyclones. Hughes faking, going downtown, and look who's open. Jeff Van Olen, touchdown for the Cyclones. The extra point kick from Hocker was good. Extra points made a big difference in this football game. You see the Cyclones still trailing by 10 at that point. Here's Allen. He is shut down right here by the Cyclone defense. One of the few times in the night. Barrett Hughes steps up into the pocket. Now he's going to tote the mail. Look at this run down the near sideline. Eludes a tackler there. Good job of blocking, and he just races for the end zone, lifts the left arm in triumph, a Cyclone touchdown. Extra point kick good, and the Cyclones only trailed by 3 at this point. 26-23 as we began the fourth quarter. Allen coming to the near side, try to get this guy out of bounds, and they finally do, just shy of the first down. Just shy of the first down. You can see the officials saying, yes, Cyclone football. And the 4th field goal of the night by Zach Hocker is good to tie the football game. That came with just under 6 minutes to go. Here's that play out of bounds. And the official, you see him nodding his head, yes, you have time left. All the coaches saying 1 second on Van Olen's catch, but the head official finally overruled. The game ends in a 26-26 tie. Here are some defensive stats. Look at the stats for Bradford Webb with 9 tackles in the game, including 5 unassisted tackles. Blake Robinson with 7. Just look at a great job done, particularly after the Cyclones were down 26-9 by the Cyclone defense. What an effort by both teams. You hate for something besides a